Hey everyone, it's Nicole here and welcome back to the Tillage Village. I hope everybody is well. It's been a few days since we've done a video, but today we're going to be talking about white yarrow. Now, it's a wonderful plant. It is in the aster family. Now, it's a very ancient herb. It has a lot of beneficial properties. It's very medicinal. It's good for wounds, for inflammation, for pain, and also if you have any type of gastric disorder. Now, yarrow has been used to fight viruses, bacteria. It also reduces pain and it can stimulate sweating if you had a fever, obviously an adult, not a child. Now, because you wouldn't give that to children at all. Now, if because it's in the aster family, if you are allergic to any of the aster plants, then I would not recommend taking white yarrow because it is in that group of plants. So we're going to show you what we do. We're going to pick some aster, harvest some, and dry them, and you'll see the process as we go along. So come along and let's get started.
Now here we have the white yarrow. It's a very strong plant and it actually spreads by rhizomes. Now a lot of the time, sometimes it gets to about 2 feet. It's very feathery, the leaves, as you can see there, but it gets to sometimes about 2 feet high. So sometimes you would have to stake that plant. It does really like full sun, so just be careful of any fungal attacks due to the high heat though. I've ensured that whenever I've planted any herbs that there is actually good drainage, and just not to overwater the plant, but the good drainage would be essential. Now I'm going to start cutting this yarrow. Now I actually started to grow this from seed, just in a little seedling tray, and it sprouted up. The germination was really good, and once it reached a certain height, we just planted it. Now this actual plant has been in the ground since last year, so it was overwintered and then it regrew back again. Now the yarrow isn't a heavy feeder, so you don't really have to fertilize much, but I don't even think I actually fertilize this. I probably just use some fish emulsion, but just ensure that you don't, this is not one of the herbs or anything that you would keep fertilizing. Also, it you don't really require any special soil. It will actually grow in poor soil. So let's get the rest of this white yarrow picked. We're going to cut as much as we can, not too low though, and then we'll just start to get this washed.
So I have collected the white yarrow and we have washed it off outside. But what I'm going to do now is just really check it for any bugs, because when you grow a lot of herbs and you don't spray, yes, of course you get bugs on, but more so than you would do if you sprayed it. But we don't spray any of our herbs with any pesticides or herbicides. So we try and grow them as natural as possible. But when you do that, obviously you get bugs, you get ants, slugs, etc. Those type of yucky insects. But you still have to check them. It's more time consuming, and you just got to check it basically. And so that's what we're going to do now. So we're checking this now, and things like you can see here, there's a little bit of a dead spot on there. So those ones we have to take off. And then we're just going to go through the whole really pot and just ensure there's no bugs on there. And then we'll go inside and give it a good wash, can see maybe there's a little bug on there. So just getting all those things off. I don't want none of those on.
So while that white yarrow is soaking in some water, we're going to plant turmeric.
Now here's the turmeric. So let's get it out here. You see, this is already rooting. So we're going to place it in the ground that way. And it should begin to root. Nothing fancy. There's no fancy soil here. But I know this is good soil. So we'll place it in there. We'll do all the rest that's in there. Some of them are even already starting to grow. So, and I've never grown turmeric before, but this is going to be really exciting. And I can hear thunder, so we're going to get this done quickly. Hi, so several weeks have passed by, and I'm going to show you the white yarrow that we harvested. This is the area where we dry a lot of our herbs. We still have the basil that I haven't done. We have cilantro and different herbs all around. But this is the white yarrow that was harvested, and now it's dry. Now, I actually hung the white yarrow up initially. I hung it up on these little, they're just like twine. Hung it up on some twine until the majority of any moisture or water was out, and so that there's no drips when you hang this up. Then once the majority of it was dry, just from hanging it, just from the air drying, I actually placed it just in this bowl like this. You can see them all there. I placed them in the bowl and just left it, really, just put it on the side, and a few weeks later it is dry. You can see that there, all dry. So that's turned out really, really wonderful. But I'm going to also show you the turmeric, so you can see after 3 weeks how that's growing, and you're going to be really surprised because it's a shocker. Okay, come on, let's quickly go outside and see that. Now, turmeric is native to India, and it requires high temperatures and high rainfall for it to thrive. So let's take a look. So this is the turmeric after several weeks of growing, and you can see how well it's doing. So green and lush. So I'll keep you updated on this. Okay, so we are back inside, and what we're just going to do now is we are going to just place the white yarrow that we've dried just into a jar, and we'll just seal it up. We'll take all of the little strands of tie that we had on them, and place it loose in the jar. You can grind it if you want, but I'm not going to grind it because what I'm going to use it is a tea. Now you can, when you make the tea, you would obviously boil some water, heat some water, let it. You take tear. What I would do, or what I do, is tear some off, a little bit more than this, depending on how much you want, and I'd place it into the teacup, let it seep, cover it over. You can leave it for maybe 10 minutes. You'll see the water start to change color slightly now, and then I would drink it, if you're in pain or whatever the symptoms you are according to the herb. Now, and just ensure that the jar is an airtight jar, because you don't want any moisture to get back into the white yarrow, otherwise it will just start to get damp, and all the moisture will come back into the herb. So that's what we do. So that is it.
Now, obviously, you don't take the herbs if you're nursing, or if you're pregnant. Don't take the herbs. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you continue to grow, and I hope this encourages you to be self-sufficient. It's not always about maybe having lots of food. It's about being self-sufficient and being prepared and ensuring that you have enough food for you and your family, because you don't have to keep going to the grocery store every single week. Uh, I prefer to grow my own food and to cook breads, cakes, etc., because it's more healthier. You know what's going into that type of food rather than just purchasing food at the store without thinking, okay, what am I placing inside my body? Because you're the temple of the Holy Spirit. So you should be aware of what's going inside your body, not just what's coming out. So, everybody, I hope you enjoyed it. Stay safe. Start growing herbs, start growing vegetables, and stay safe. Jesus loves you. And until next time, we shall see you again. Bye for now.